State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's good.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
From the gun, a run for Hill. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Oh, man, you can't do that.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Down to the 25. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single-game total in the NFL all of last season. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vince Beagle came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
7. Washington, nothing.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up...
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
14.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 106 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Washington 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Fights him off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard.
Mahomes going to throw. That's complete. Okuebunam. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Giants. 1st and 10 at the 32.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
43, Justice.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Washington 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the slant, this is Chark. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A throw over the middle taken in.
The pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to... Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Vernon Butler able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes fighting Hilton on the slant. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. To Barkley on the check down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 31-yard line. So we have reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him. Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage. Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And he slings one that's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Taylor. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At at the Giants' 28-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Williams on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
The quarterback on the scramble.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Loss of 4 yards. It's second down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Giants 10, Washington 6.
So it's an old school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
37-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
23 yards on the play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
back on offense. New York gets set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 53 is hot. 53. Check 53. Crunch time, defense.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Giants on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run once more with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How'd they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Washington.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First and 10, Taylor now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's 2nd and
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll try and run. Taylor. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. One final try for Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Giants 13.
Well, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy, someone is not.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.